Hey guys, so you asked me to show you a video on what products do I use for my face and how you get the perfect skin. So yes, I have absolutely no makeup on this time, so not even my eyebrows, so it is kind of scary. But I will tell you guys about some of my little secrets. In the bath, I like to either use RoC Renew-X. It's a microdermabrasion. I wouldn't do this more than once every 2 weeks or once a week. And basically it's just crystals and it tends to pull off all of that dead skin that's sitting on top. Next, I like to use the deep cleansing mask. It's got clay in it, which is really good for the skin, so I'll put that on top. Let that dry as I'm letting my conditioner sink into my hair. And something that I do as well that some of you guys asked me about is my teeth. So right now I am in between my Crest white strips. I normally do those about 2 times a year, but in between I just use like a 5-minute gel. You can buy this at like Walmart, and it comes with a mouth tray and you just put it on your teeth. It stays about 5 minutes, so I do that once again when I'm in the bath. You clean out your mouth after. It takes no time at all and it's really quick. But let's start talking about for the face. So my face cream that I use, and I used to be a cosmetician and I used to sell Elizabeth Arden creams and Lise Watier creams, and however I love those. I actually found a moisturizer by Kiss My Face, which is an organic company, and basically I'll take about this much worth and I'll just put it on my face, and the good thing about it is that it absolutely smells amazing. And I just like to work that in, and before I do my makeup, I like to work it into my eyebrows as well, because if you have unruly eyebrows, that can tame them a bit. Let's do this. Now the other thing that people forget as well is they'll forget to actually do their neck, and if you're using a moisturizer that's for wrinkles, and even bring it down into your chest area here, not the spot that's really forgotten. Next, I like to put on the Instant Lift Radiance Primer by Lise Watier. It kind of looks like a funky gel when you put it on your hand, but you're just going to dab it and dab it on the skin. It's really, really good for creating that natural radiance underneath the skin, and especially since I put a lot of product on my skin, I like to have some moisture. Now this one here, it actually has a tightening effect. So a lot of the, I find the older crowd really like it because they can lay down with it and it's kind of like a gooey texture. And then as it dries, it just kind of pulls a little bit and it's a really cool feeling. So I'll put that on and just make sure that's in. You can see already that it's kind of adding that radiance to the skin, which is beautiful. And before I put on my foundation, I actually put on my Gosh primer and just a little dab of it. This is good for someone that has really large pores. I have an oily skin base, so I just like to put it right in the T-zone. I'm actually going to start with the Ivory, so this color here. I just have it on a brush. We're going to go right into the triangle of the eye, so I always like to create kind of like a triangle here. Actually, we'll go forward so you guys can see. And it's okay that it's going to look a little weird right now, because when you put the makeup on top, everything looks much better. We're then going to go in with some of that green color. I'm a little bit red around my nose, as usual. So you're just going to wipe that on there, and you're going to see it's going to change the color of skin right now, but that's okay, because we're trying to neutralize some of the colors. My chin normally is a little bit red. That's a hormonal thing for women. So most of us are going to have a red chin. And anywhere where there's some redness, maybe even right between the brows, some of that ivory. And don't be afraid to put that on the lid just to kind of neutralize the color there. So that's totally okay. I like to cover my lips a little bit too, because I have a natural, really, really pink lip. Alright, now we're going to go in with that lilac. So the lilac we're going to want to put underneath the brow, just to kind of create that lift. We're also going to want to put it right on the cheeks. And you guys are probably thinking, oh my god, this looks like a clown, but you'll see when it's done. Now we're going to go ahead and blend this in. Now we're going to go in with that brown. We're going to start contouring and shaping things. So we're going to start right in the cheek. And I want to kind of build, so just around there. I want to make it look like I have a really strong cheek. So you guys can see how that's starting to build. So we'll go ahead and do the other side. And keep in mind, this is all being done before the foundation even hits the skin. So always pull downwards. When you go upwards, it doesn't always work. So pull downwards and then... So I'm using a foundation brush, and I'm just going to kind of tap this out across my hand to make it a really light texture. And you're going to start normally with your chin, just so you can get some of that product off. And you can go on top of your lips if you want. Some people like to neutralize the color. And just lightly stroking on top of where you put your portfolio liquid, okay? It says Bronzing Potion by Red Earth. So I just like to shake it up. I'm going to use that same sponge that we were using. And it just comes out like this, and you're just going to dab on the stick. Not to get too much product, and just dab on the skin, and you'll see that it's going to leave a nice shimmery bronze look to the skin without being just kind of had to put my eyebrows on. And to give you guys a hint on those, your eyebrows should start right after your nostrils, and if you put a pencil on the side, from the corner of your eye, wherever that pencil hits is where your eyebrows should end. Thickness, that's a totally personal choice, but just wanted to show you guys that. I then like to set the powder, or set everything that we've done so far. I only like to do in this area. And then I like to put on a little bit of bronzer, and the powder I was using Lise Watier Neutral, and then the bronzer I'm going to use the Lise Watier and Teint Bronzé. So I just like to accentuate once again those cheekbones, because we work hard at those. Do a little bit where the sun would hit you, a little bit on the nose, chin, and also people forget to do the neck. Now we're going to put on some blush. I am using Bronze Satiné by Lise Watier. You can see the color. It's a beautiful blush. So you're going to grab just a little bit of product. You're going to start right at the top, work your way down and doing circular motions just to kind of deposit that color. And you want to make sure that it's blended. So once we have the blush on, we can actually take that powder brush that we were using. I then like to put on a highlighter, so you can either use a powdered highlighter. I'm actually using the Shimmering Whip by e.l.f. The color is Lilac Pearl. And I'm just going to dab it on my finger, and I'm just going to deposit it right on the cheek. And if you don't wear a lot of eye makeup, I'm going to do an eye makeup tutorial right after this. But if you don't, then you could actually put it underneath the brow bone as a highlight, and you could be finished like that. Now you guys don't have to do all these steps, and I know that it seems like a lot, but it's because I'm talking and showing you guys at the same time. It really generally takes me about 5-10 minutes just to get all this stuff down when I'm doing it without, you know, having to explain. So also you should put always some nice shimmer on your Cupid's bow and right down the nose. And there you go, guys. That's your flawless face. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that it helps you along the way. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Please subscribe and have yourself a great day. Bye.